honor of your service in battle, I am hereby granting you permission to purchase property in Whiterun. Talk to my steward if you're interested. I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace. I'm sorry, but I can't do it. We'll just have to keep fighting the dragons as best we can. What you're asking for is insane. You want me to let a dragon into the heart of my city? There must be another way. The risk is too great. Alduin, the World Eater himself. But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times? Spoken like a true Nord. I'll stand beside you, Dragonborn. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace? I want to help you, Dragonborn, and I will, but I need your help first. What do you think the Imperials would be doing while this dragon is busy slaughtering my men? No, I can't risk weakening the city while we are under the threat of enemy attack. I'm sorry. Then I would be glad to help you with your mad dragon-trapping scheme. But getting both sides to agree to a truce will be difficult at this point. The bitterness has gone too deep. Maybe... what are the Greybeards? They're respected by all Nords. High Hrothgar is neutral territory. If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council, then maybe Ulfric and Tullius would have to listen. Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons, and this war into the bargain. My men will be ready when you are, Dragonborn. You have a truce to arrange first, eh? Done talking.
Owe me a serious foot rub for all the walking you've made me do?
We heard the dragon ran shout from here.
It's my fault.
You defeated him?
Yes, okay, I may have agreed to it.
I feared as much.
Whatever.
I thought it was
You
him we
still
saw
owe me a
flying
foot rub.
east after your battle. We are not warriors. What is overlooked in the Dragonborn is not permitted to any other followers of the way of the voice. You misunderstand our authority. The Greybeards have never involved themselves in political affairs. I see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without the Jarl's help. Paarthurnax has made the decision to help you. This is the road we have to walk. Even the Greybeards must bend to the winds of change, it seems. So be it. Tell Ulfric and General Tullius that the Greybeards wish to speak to me. We will see if they still remember us. Breath.
Hold it there. Keep your distance.
What does the Dragonborn do once he's summoned by the Greybeards?
Another girl killed. This is Susanna, from Candlehearth Hall. Served me a drink just a few nights ago, but I can't say I knew her. Susanna's the third. It's always the same. Young girl, killed at night, body torn up. Look, there's a war going on, if you hadn't heard. We barely have enough soldiers to walk the streets, much less patrol every corner. If you want to help, ask some of these gawkers if they saw anything useful. I'm going to examine the body before the rats can get to it.
Trouble? Not yet, but...
The Empire's ravenous hunger for Skyrim silver makes them fierce. But rest assured, we'll win the Reach and wrest it from their greedy paw. It's about time they turn their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want? I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course, and the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there. Alduin, the World Eater of song and legend. If that's true, well, it changes the situation, doesn't it? Even Tullius may be forced to talk sense in the face of such a threat. Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
You can sell off that junk at bits and pieces. No lollygagging. If you need potions, head over to Ann. Don't think you can barter with me like one of those damned shopkeepers.
You heard of Ravenscar Hollow? Cave on the islands of the west.
Make it quick. I get enough delays from politicians. The Greybeards. What do those old hermits want with me? Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor. They are getting to be a problem, but I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that, dragons or no dragons. I'll be the judge of that. Besides, by all reports, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as much as we are from these dragon attacks. Ulfric's insurrection has reached its high tide. Soon enough, the rebel Jarls will realize what it means to oppose the Empire. But, as you say, these negotiations may offer a chance for his supporters to gracefully return to the Imperial fold. Yes, fine, I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do.
From the castle, we used to just be able to see Solitude over the mountains. That's exactly what I imagined.
The Greybeards have called a peace council at High Hrothgar. Can you believe it? Both Ulfric Stormcloak and General... Olliers have...
So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters. Peace? I doubt it. They may put their weapons down for a moment, but only to gather strength for the next bloodletting. They are not yet tired of war. Far from it. Do you know the ancient Nord word for war? Season unending. And so it has proved. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
So, Arngeir, is it? You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not?
Take your seat. Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here in the spirit
You
of...
insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That
Yes.
didn't take long.
Here, here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard. The nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that we would sit down with that Thalmor bitch. I say she walks, or we walk. I'm glad we agree on this.
Very well, Ulfric. Enjoy your petty victory. The Thalmor will treat with whatever government rules Skyrim. We would not think of interfering in your civil war.
Ha! Skyrim will never bow to the Thalmor. Unlike your Imperial friends here.
You're lucky I respect the Greybeard's counsel, Galmar.
Legate, we represent the Emperor here.
Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
One moment.
Here we go.
I just want to make clear that the only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the Dragon Menace. I have no authority to negotiate a permanent settlement, unless Ulfric is ready to sue for peace and turn himself over to Imperial justice.
Master Arngir,
We're
are
here
you going
to
to just
arrange a
let him
temporary
continue
truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. We consider even sitting down to talk with these rebels more than generous.
Enough posturing, Tullius. If you came to talk, let's get on with it.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? General Tullius, Jarl Ulfric, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Our terms are simple. Riften must be returned to Imperial control. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
Elisif, are you really going to be a party to this foolishness? Do you really think Ulfric will just turn Riften over because some Imperial general barked an order?
That's quite an opening demand, Tullius.
Ulfric, you can't be taking this demand seriously. We can hold Riften against anything the Empire can throw at it. Besides, Jarl Layla will never agree
We
to...
will do whatever I decide is in the best interests of Skyrim. Are we clear?
Yes, my lord.
Come on, Tullius. You can't seriously expect us to just hand over Riften at the negotiating table. You haven't been able to take it back yet. Why should we give it up now?
I am sure General Tullius does not expect something for nothing.
Of course not. What will you offer for Riften, Tullius? Some empty promises? Maybe some more Imperial bluster?
Enough, Galmar.
Jarl Ulfric, what would you want in return?
First, let me be clear. The Sons of Skyrim know from bitter experience that talking to the Empire is a waste of time. Or worse, Imperial promises are simply a way to lull you while they prepare a dagger for your back.
Aye. We haven't forgotten Markarth, Tullius.
But I accept the Dragonborn's invitation to this council, and I at least will negotiate in good faith. The council was your idea, huh? So tell us, what do you think Riften is worth?
Why do we have to trade things for other things? Why can't we all just keep the same things and just not fight until the dragons are dealt with?
Yes, the Markarth wealth in our hands, we'll be able to raid the Imperial supply lines out of Solitude. You heard what she said, Tullius. We've made you a fair offer. If you're really serious about this truce, you need to reconsider.
You disappoint me, Dragonborn. I accepted your invitation to this council, despite your known association with the rebels. But it seems you have no intention of dealing
What do you mean
fairly.
dealing fairly? You're the one who demanded shit from them, and I was just choosing what they would get from you.
I know you, Ulfric. You have
An
no
asshole.
intention of coming to terms. You're here to blacken the Empire's name, and I won't be party to it.
It's not like it was unfair. You got one place, they got one place.
As deluded as you've always been. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always, the Empire's fine words are worth nothing.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
I don't know about the end of the world, but this
If
dragon
there is one thing
situation
I
has
don't like,
gotten out of
it is
hand.
people who think they are
If this truce
something
will help the
special
Dragonborn
and
here
boast
put
all
an
the
end to
time.
that menace, we both gain.
Also, don't you just
Remember
hate
that,
those people who talk about pointless stuff
Now,
that they
back to the
really
matter
should
at
keep to
hand.
themselves?
You know I can't agree to these terms.
What?
The Emperor would repudiate this
Why are you
treaty
looking
and
at
I
me
would
like
be
that?
recalled.
Shores, bones. Where will these demands end?
I'm listening.
We want compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to be fighting for. True sons of Skyrim would never do such things.
Damned Imperial lies. My men would never stoop to such methods, even in retaliation for
This is
your
our
butchery
homeland,
at-
Tullius. All the blood spilled in this war is on your head.
So, Dragonborn, what do you say? I should have known better than to expect you to give us a fair hearing. Once again, the Empire takes the blame for the crimes of others. Don't hand me a mug of sheep's piss and call it Colovian brandy. These terms are still not acceptable.
You see what talking to them gets us.
Out with it, then.
We want an Imperial candidate as Jarl of Winterhold.
What next, Tullius? Shall I just hand over all of Skyrim?
I guess I have no choice but to let the Dragonborn decide, although I'm starting to doubt your fairness.
What do you mean fairness? You're demanding a
Dragonborn,
bunch of shit. Just
what do
don't
you say?
fight.
As I expected, you favor your friends.
As I expected, you
Come
keep
on,
demanding
Ulfric.
shit that you
have
don't
to
need.
give a little ground here. The dragons are a threat to us both.
I'm listening.
Never mind. I can see that these are the best terms we'll get from this council. So be it. The Empire at least puts the greater good above our own interests.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Riften will be handed over to Imperial control. Jarl Layla Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. The Empire will withdraw its troops from the Reach, allowing Ulfric's forces unhindered access to Markarth. Jarl Igmund will go into exile, with Thongvor Silverblood taking his place as Jarl of Markarth. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
The term
I have
shouting
nothing
would
to
take
say
on
to
an
that
entirely
murderer.
new meaning.
General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. These terms blatantly favor the rebels. Everyone here knows that. But the Empire will accept them until the Dragon Menace is dealt with. After
What do you mean
that,
the
Ulfric,
terms
there will be
favor
a
them?
reckoning.
You
Count
both
on it.
swapped a place,
Now that
and
the
then
Empire has been driven,
you
from the
demanded
Reach,
shit from them,
we
and he
can
just
put a
didn't get it.
stop to the raping of her silver mines. That silver belongs in Skyrim.
Legate, with me. We have a lot of work to do.
Giving up Riften is a heavy price to pay for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
Jarl Vignar.
So that's
I
settled
assume
then.
you are familiar
I
with the
thought for a minute
Dragonborn's
there was
plan.
going to be some serious
Yes,
trouble.
I'm ready to do my
Never
part.
have I been so
Just
disappointed.
say the word, and my men
Oh
will
well,
help
we
you
still
spring
have a
this
dragon to
trap.
trap in Dragon's Reach.
But the difficulty
It should be a
remains
little more
how
interesting.
to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
By Talos, that's an excellent question. I hope you haven't forgotten that little detail.
Ah, I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temp, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up. Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with a voice, he will hear you wherever he might be. He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Alduin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call. Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here in the scroll. Oda Ving, winged snow hunter, as I read it. I'm afraid that
There's one more thing
secrets.
we know about.
I discovered who the Greybeard's leader really is.
Parthenax, the dragon that the Greybeards have been protecting for all these years. He needs to die. He deserves to die. And it falls to you.
Nope.
to
Fuck
kill
you.
him until he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but we would dishonor our oaths as Blades if we continue to help you. Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us. Here's the big picture. He helped Alduin enslave our ancestors. He may have betrayed Alduin in the end, but that makes him worse, not better. We can't afford to give Parthenax the opportunity to betray us in turn and return to his old master.
Yes? What is it? That's all.
When I return to Whiterun, I'll get my men ready to help trap this dragon.
You're already at Whiterun.
Not as dumb as I promised. My men stand ready. The great chains are... My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part.
My job is to keep the Jarl
Putting
safe,
my city...
despite... Best
Your
efforts.
hands.
Never work on a farm.
Right out here.
They are always full of tools and hoes. Those hoes are a real pain to use. Never again will I do an honest day's work. God damn it. Gotta lure him inside, so just come back here.
went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. In Sir Alduin, No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin. Renik Vaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself. Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him. Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesure, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa-ok midove lavarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free? Serve you? No. Need id. If and when you defeat Alduin, I will reconsider. Croesus. There is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention. Only this. You have the Thuum of Adova, but without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this. Onikan Korav Gain Mirad. It is wise to recognize when you only have one choice. And you can trust me. Zuni Tarudis. Alduin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now. Free me, and I will carry you to Skuldafn.
Wait, I know you.
No shit.
There's no mistake. You're a wanted woman, and it's time to pay for your crimes. Everything here appears to be in order. You can move along now.
Asnu, ini dein Rufe Aspa.
Well, you caught the dragon. Now I guess you'll be heading to Sovngarde? But luckily only as a guest and not as a permanent
I
resident.
await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only Adova can? Zubritoth. I warn you, once you've flown the skies of Kaizal, your envy of the Dove will only increase. Amativ, Mubokotin Stinselok.
You're even the bravest person I've ever met. You're the biggest fool.
This is as far as I can take you. Grifboth Akrin. I will look for your return. Or Alduin's.
might be a cold place with miserable people, but after a few drinks, you don't really notice. Speaking of which, I'm getting a little thirsty. Hopefully my beauty isn't too much of a distraction for you. I could get used to this. If I'm not mistaken, I would say you were trying to get me drunk.
Bruce? Bruce? Bruce?
Who said marriage couldn't also... We may be married, but I guess some things will never change. if you ever need me. For that.
Sneaking is so much fun. The thrill of almost.
Is your idea of girl and girl action? What? I heard someone say it.
close.
Would be the kindest thing to do.
Look! Look!
No escape. Courage is useless.
Look!
So, is it true what they sing about you? Perhaps you could show me what really happens when a Dragonborn comes?
Look!
What brings you, Wayfarer? To wander here in Sovngarde, Soul's End. Shore's gift to honor dead. A fateful errand. No few have chafed to face the worm, since first he set his soul snare here at Sovngarde's threshold. But Shore restrained our wrathful onslaught. Perhaps deep counsel your doom foresaw. No shade are you, as easily here passes. Living, you dare the land of the dead. By what right do you request entry? Ah, It's been too long since last I faced a doom-driven hero of the Dragonblood. Living or dead, by decree of Shore, none may pass this perilous bridge till I judge them worthy by the warrior's test. You fought well. I find you. It is long since
It looks like we will be together forever, until death do us part. Looks like you will end up dead at some point then.
Welcome, Dragonborn. Our door has stood empty since Alduin first set his soul snare here. By Shore's command, we sheathed our blades, and ventured not the Vale's dark mist. But three await your word to loose their fury upon the perilous foe. Gormlaith, the fearless, glad-hearted in battle. Hekon, the valiant, heavy-handed warrior. Feldir, the old, far-seeing and grim. The three await your word to loose their fury upon the perilous foe.
At long last, Alduin's doom is now ours to seal. Just speak the word, and with high hearts, you'll hasten forth to smite the worm wherever it lives.
Far you've traveled, your trials long, to taste Sovngarde's sweet delights.
Alduin's mist is more than a snare. Its shadowy gloom is his shield and weapon.
Seek ye food or song unending? Fighting, drinking, fellowship and boasting? Find welcome here. We must drive away his mist, shouting together, and then unsheath our blades in desperate battle with our black-winged foe. For 100 lifetimes, my heart has burned.
The clamor of war, our wills undaunted.
Now that we are married, are there certain things I have to do? Like actually making an effort? Nope, that's not going to happen.
Cannot fight the
No?
Clear skies! Combine our shouts!
again, as one. The World Eater fears us.
Look! Look!
Stand fast! His strength is failing. Once more and his might will be broken. The endless weight gives way to battle. No escape this time. Freedom for
Die Person!
done for us mere mortals? Nothing. I prayed for money, free booze, and... more free booze, and... Did I get it? No. Instead, I got a hangover.
Look!
And used where the money used to be. Did you want to tell me how beautiful I am? If you say so.
Combine our shouts!
All right then.
Look!
Again!
Look!
Does his strength have no end? Is our struggle in vain?
Look!
Stand fast! His strength is failing. Once more and his might will be broken.
Become legend, a true hero. People will talk about you for hundreds, if not thousands of years to come. And I did pretty much everything else, so I guess they will also talk of me.
I may welcome you again with glad friendship.
I don't suppose you would mind sticking around. With me, I mean. I get kind of lonely out there, and I see no reason for our adventure to end. I only have eyes for you, my love. Oh, sorry, I was thinking about alcohol. I'm here, if you have any...
When you're ready to rejoin the living, just bid me so, and I will send you back. Return now to Nurn, with this rich boon from shore, my lord. A shout to bring a hero from Sovngarde in your hour of need.
Sarot Fur Kanaran.
How to have a good time and knows the importance of alcohol. Quite like you.
So, it is done. Alduin Dilon, the eldest, is no more. He who came before all others, and has always been. Indeed, Alduin Wachlan Dani. His doom was written when he claimed for himself the lordship that properly belonged to Bormahu, our father Akatosh. But I cannot celebrate his fall. Zutiraz Ach Ochma. He was my brother once. This world will never be the same. Perhaps. At least, it will continue to exist. Grigdloslein. And, as you told me once, the next world will have to take care of itself. Furnilos. Even I cannot see past time's ending. But I forget myself. Crosis, solos midfadon. Melancholy is an easy trap for a Dova to fall into. You have won a mighty victory, Shahroch Kondrach. One that will echo through all the ages of this world for those who have eyes to see. Savor your triumph, Dovahkiin. This is not the last of what you will write upon the currents of time. Goran, I feel younger than I have been. Many of the are now scattered across Kizal. Without Alduin's lordship, they may yet bow to the Vazen, brightness of my Thum. But willing or no, they will hear it. Fare thee well, Dovahkiin.
This is really unfair, but I can't hurt him. He's the one dragon that I can call. Maybe he can hurt me, and then I can fast travel or wait time. Because I guess usually wouldn't let me if there's an enemy nearby. Huh.
Won't you just die already?
I can see it in your eyes. You've seen the land of the gods and returned. Does this mean it is done? Is Alduin truly defeated? At last, it is over. Perhaps it was all worth it in the end. You've shown yourself mighty, both in voice and deed. In order to defeat Alduin, you have gained mastery of dreadful weapons. Now it is up to you to decide what to do with your power and skill. Will you be a hero whose name is remembered in song throughout the ages? Or will your name be a curse to future generations? Or will you merely fade from history, unremembered? Let the way of the voice be your guide, and the path of wisdom will be clear to you. Breath and focus, Dragonborn. Your future lies before you. We are all in your debt, Dragonborn. Perhaps, perhaps not. Dragons are not like normal mortal creatures, and Alduin is unique, even among dragonkind. He may be permitted to return at the end of time to fulfill his destiny as the World Eater. But that is for the gods to decide. You have done your part. Now you see why I warned you against them, bloodthirsty barbarians. Yes, but understand, during the days of Alduin's rule, all dragons were his allies. There was nothing else they could be. If not for Paarthurnax, Alduin could not have been overthrown. It was he that first taught men to use the Thu'um. Kynareth has placed the voice of wisdom within you, Dragonborn. All you need do is learn to listen to it, and your path will be clear. Sky above, voice within.
I'm no fan of the sun. This.
Dremyolok, greeting. The blades are wise not to trust me. Onikan Miov. I would not trust another Dova. Dov Walan Farel. We were made to dominate. The will to power is in our blood. You feel it in yourself, do you not? I can be trusted. I know this, but they do not. Onikan Niov Dova. It is always wise to mistrust a Dova. I have overcome my nature only through meditation and long study of the way of the voice. No day goes by where I am not tempted to return to my inborn nature. Zimgriforut se suyech. What is better, to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort? Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Vus, Faim, or Yol? It is called force in your tongue, but as you think of the way force may be applied effortlessly, that is Fus. Let its meaning fill you, soon. Which calls to you. In your tongue, the word simply means fire. That is the true meaning of Yol. Think of this as the fire builds in your sum, in your breath. Sum Ark Mora. What will you burn? What? You spare.
This must be that beautiful
Sure. Who's there? You knew I did something.
Well, shit, I didn't mean to. Oh, you can't fast travel with enemies nearby while the dragons are attacking, and when I try to attack the dragons, it's fucking Odoving, you can't fucking kill him for some fucking reason. Climb down the damn mountain manually. That's just some bullshit. Fucking dragon can attack you, but you can attack it, but sure, but you do absolutely no damage. What enemies? I don't see any enemies.
So you're pretty good at using a weapon with both hands. Then again, I heard you only like handling big weapons.
We heard the news from Whiterun that you left the city on the back of a dragon. That's a little showy, even for you. Since you're still alive, I assume you have good news to report. Gods above, that's better news than I had hoped. When you walked into my inn that day, I never imagined where it would all lead. Dragons out of legend, Sovngarde.
With fucking Serrano, he's taking that seat.
Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us.
Man, nice audio for that thing of text. Man, that audio.
Just as the prophecy said. I knew you could do it. I believed in you, and yet I still didn't think I'd live to see this day. Thank you. Thank you, Dragonborn. You've done a great service for us all.
You'll have to speak up. I'm a little deaf in my right ear. That's all.
Let me guess. You want to talk?